All right. I think it's fair to say, America, if you're watching this, we were half an inch away from a possible civil war. The last time I looked up right now, there was an assassination attempt on the president was March 30th of 1981, if I'm not mistaken. March 30th of 1981, which was on Ronald Reagan. We just had an assassination attempt on the president um, probably less than an hour ago, give or take. They tried to character assassinate him. It failed. They tried to deplete his savings. It failed. They tried to do whatever they could to silence him. That failed, where he could only campaign once a week because it was Wednesdays. And there's only one attempt left. And we've been talking about them needing to double down on private military contractors to protect the president. But this man loves people too much. He can't prevent himself from being around the people. Rob, can we show the clip of what happened? I know we got a bunch of other clips to show you guys. But let's start off with the clip, Rob, that everybody around the world, it stopped the world. This one clip. Go ahead, Rob. Two shots are coming from this side. Rob, do you have the clip of afterwards him getting up on a open mic saying, "Let me put my shoes on"? Is this it? He's bleeding right there.
Look at this boss.
Blood on his ear. You can tell. By the way, the cut is such a, you can see the shot like cut. You understand, like, they missed him by this. By the way, that goes half an inch. You're done. Okay. I mean, it's game over. And so you get, Rob, do you have a picture of him actually showing the cut on the side? There's pictures of Trump on the side. I don't know if you have it or not. It's all over the internet for everybody that's watching this. There's a few things that we have to keep in mind. In moments like this, obviously, you're going to see fundraising go to the roof tomorrow. You're going to see types of money raised like never before. Within minutes of this happening, this is the first time Musk has ever said this. Musk tweets out, if you go to Elon Musk's Twitter account, Rob, just go to his Twitter account and look at his last 3 tweets. Look what Elon Musk, okay, with the amount of followership and influence that he has, he just tweeted this a few minutes ago. "I fully endorse President Trump and hope for his rapid recovery." Look at the number of likes in 36 minutes. 524,000 likes. Look at the number of views. 15 million views. This post by Elon Musk could go down as the most liked tweet of all time and the most popular tweet of all time. What we're watching right now could go down as a full-on, Adam just texted something right now saying the presidency is over, meaning Trump is getting elected. Mark my words, he just won the election. And I said, you have to be alive to win the election. And the goal now is protection, security, doubling down on all that stuff. Tom, your thoughts when you saw this and your reaction? I got a bunch of other thoughts, but I want to kind of have your commentary on what's your takeaway so far.
I've been watching the live news aftermath, and there's apparently an image of a that's claiming to be a shooter. And there's several accounts that are on Twitter, hundreds of thousands of followers, reputable citizen journalists. And so were the first 3 pops at the president, and then the remaining pops, security services taking down the shooter in the crowd and then smothering the president. So I think that's the feeling I'm getting here. But what do I feel about this? I am angry. I am angry that someone would make an attempt. I am angry. If you want to talk about defending democracy in America, let the people vote. That's how you defend democracy in America. And I'm a little annoyed because I feel like the Trump campaign has been maybe almost too confident and almost too trusting of the citizen. And they need to be taking this absolutely seriously. They need to be taking it beyond seriously. We called it on the podcast, and that's my reaction right now. I'm angry, I'm frustrated, and I'm just like, do you get it now? We have to defend democracy. This is what we're defending democracy from.
Vinny.
Well, Pat, before I get, because I'm furious in the car. I was freaking turning red, and even Alpert, the chef was like, "Dude, are you okay?" I just want to give you guys an update. The body, there's a video of the body of the shooter being removed. Some reports are saying that he's an Antifa member. There's a photo of him with glasses and a dark shirt. It's unconfirmed, but I just sent to Rob a video. Also, PBD, Kenneth P. Vogel tweeted something a couple days ago that said, Biden told donors on a private call this afternoon, it's time to put Trump in the bullseye. Let's be honest, okay? From 2016 to where we are right now, that big boy conference that they had of Joe Biden, they just realized all these donors are getting rid of the money. Clooney, everybody's backing out. They know the only way, because Biden's not leaving, the only way to do it, Pat, and you've been calling it, we've been saying it, is to kill him, okay? And thank God it didn't happen, because what they want is all of us to be fighting and killing each other. If he was killed tonight, nobody's going to sleep. Everybody's going to be taken to the streets and going crazy. It's going to be left versus right, and I just hope this wakes everybody up. It's them against us. And Tom said democracy. We're a republic, okay? When you say, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic, not the democracy, to the republic. And I hope this wakes everybody up. All these left morons, Obama, Hillary, all that rhetoric, all that shit talking, all that Hitler talk, this is what we get. This is what you get, an assassination attempt. So guess what? I want to introduce everybody to the 47th president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, period. Done deal.
Yeah. And by the way, it's interesting because, a lot of people, Tom, feel the way like you do and your emotional reaction to it. Obviously, we've been talking about this for the last hour while we're driving back around the other side of town. We literally get out. Vinny's like, Pat, look what Mario Nafal just tweeted. I'm like, what are you talking about? Then, hey, look at this. Then what is this? Then he's bleeding ear. What are you talking about, bleeding ear? And then as we start getting it, and I'm getting all these calls from different people and we're having conversations. Here's what everybody has to be thinking about. Okay, this is what everybody has to be thinking about. Neil Howe, the guy from the book, The Fourth Turning, right? He's on the podcast. Rob, I don't know what that was, 2 weeks ago, something like that. We had him on. The interview is going to go live probably this week, if not next week, this coming up week. And he explains that in the book they wrote on December 29th of 1997, he says, America historically has gone through 4 turnings, and each one lasts around 20 years, right? And the 4 turning, each of them have what do you call it? Let me kind of tell you what the 4 turnings are, so I'm not butchering any of it. First, you have the high and era of building, then the awakening, then the unraveling, which he said the unraveling is, and matter of fact, let me just show this to you. If I can share the screen, I'll show it to everybody so we can kind of go through this together. Window. Oh, I got to go off the window. I want you to see this, folks, because it's important. A lot of this has to do with what we're going through today. Hang on one second for me. Boom. Here we go. Check this out. Rob, let me know if you guys can see it or not. If you can, I'll go from there, but you got to see it. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So check this out. These are the 4 things he talks about, the 4 turnings. He says the high, an era of building, the 50s. So he says this was from 46 to 64. That's when the baby boomers were born. The nation reunites. This is after World War II, with a greater common post-crisis purpose. Society is confident in where it wants to go. Keyword, collectively. Government and institutions are more trusted and show an ability to address pressing issues. We know government is not trusted today, and mainstream media is not trusted today. Majority concerns and agendas dominate the focus of national discourse. Those outside of the majority feel stifled by the conformity. Building blocks for a strong economy are in place. Entertainment and popular culture feel more family-friendly again. Boom. Then you have the awakening. Institutions come under attack. Distrust against authority and institutions is seated. The incoming generation rebels against the cultural beliefs and morals of the majority. Campus and inner city revolts, the mid-60s to the tax revolts of the early 80s. He calls that the awakening, 64 to 84. Then you have the unraveling, the harvest and separation. And this one here, it talks about institutions are weak, which kind of what we went through in 08, and distrusted, political polarity crests, wearing ideological camp individualism peaks, economies boom, but have destructive underpinnings. Concerns of minority groups dominate the focus of national discourse. Hence, LGBTQ, minority, but they're getting all the attention, right? Technology innovations make people feel more important, interconnected than ever. Then you have crisis, an era of destruction. This is the one he says we're in now. And he says it's going to last till late 2028, 2029, maybe early 30s. Institutions are weak and distrusted. Check. Institutions are torn down and rebuilt in response to perceived threats to nations' very survival. Meaning, institutions are torn down and rebuilt. CIA, torn down and rebuilt. FBI, torn down and rebuilt, right? Civic authorities revives. Cultural expression finds a community purpose, and people begin to locate themselves as members of a larger group. Now, that's what he's talking about, right? At that time. When they made those 5 predictions, one of them was the fact that the market was going to tank. Another one was a pandemic. Another one was going to happen to the Tea Party. Another one was what's going to happen to Russia invading one of the neighboring. You know what the 5th prediction they made? You know what the 5th prediction they made?
What?
A civil war. Not a World War III. Their prediction was civil war. Now, here's the thing. For people to realize that a civil war is... So let's role play, assume this live right now is because they succeeded. Let's actually role play. Okay. What are we doing right now when we're live? Would we even go live right now? I don't even know if we're going live right now. I think the first thing we're probably doing right now, and I'm being serious with you, first thing on my mind right now is hiring 10 military contractors to come around me right now at the house with my family where I'm at. I'm not thinking about podcasting. First thing I'm doing is calling everybody I love. I'm like, where are you at? Go to a safe place. That's the same thing you're doing. You're not on Fox News watching what the news is telling you or CNN or different podcasts. You're thinking safety right off the bat. By the way, think about if they succeeded. Where is the temperature in America? What levels do we go? Anger, agitation, on I'm not being heard. Do you know what would happen in certain streets in America? You think Rodney King was bad? You think BLM was bad? Do you know what would happen to America if they actually succeeded? Do you know where we would be today if they actually succeeded? Go to it. That guy who, you hear Joy Reid say stuff like that. Listen to me. I don't care what it is. This guy can't be president. I don't care if Biden can't talk. I don't care if Biden can do this. He can't be president. I'm telling you, he can't be president. They just can't. And imagine this is being pumped into young American people. He can't be president. He's the worst. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'll be the hero. I'll be the hero. That's all it takes. All these guys think they're going to be heroes to somebody. And then boom, like this, half an inch away from a civil war. Then you know what takes place? Then what takes place is where America's at right now, in my opinion. Guys, we're right now in New York, okay? I'm not in Florida right now. We're in New York. And I cannot tell you how many people I'm walking around talking. Tom's with me. Vinny's with me. I can't tell you how many people are walking up to us. And where we are right now, we're in a place where a lot of wealthy people live. It's just we're in a very interesting place. You know how many people are coming up to us and saying, hey, just so you know, we're with you, but we can't say anything in this city. Really? Yes. Hey, we're with you. We just want to let you know we're with you guys. Really? Yeah. We're on the same page. We're on the same page. Okay. You're on the same page? Yeah, we're on the same page. If it was a half an inch off, I don't think it's World War III. I think some states are just going to say, hey, California, I want to have nothing to do with you. Who's going to be their own state based on the values America was founded on? I want to move there. I think that's what happens.
I agree. I think we roll right into civil war.
I think so as well. It's moments like this, like that shirt that Vinny is wearing. It's called Wartime Leader. Okay. It's called Wartime Leader. And we came up with that shirt at vtmerch.com. You can go place the order on that wartime leader. But we came out with that shirt during COVID. The only way you find out if somebody's a wartime leader in business, you call it like startup mentality, is in times of crisis. Him putting his arm out with blood on his face, that picture is permanent. Time magazine cover, that's going to be it next week. Tomorrow, LA Times, that's going to be it. It doesn't matter. Tomorrow, New York Times. Tomorrow, USA Today. Everything. You're going to see this picture being all over the place.